Warning: this podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
What's going on? I am Scoots Bronson. Okay.
And I am S. Foster.
And this is Viewers Anonymous, the podcast. What's going on, my guy?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. Can't complain, working on some things, put stuff on the side, see if we can get some stuff rolling, man. But at the same time, man, it's still, at least in my mind, highly anticipated podcast on the way, man, with the 4-3. You accidentally butt dialed us last night, and me and the guys, we ended up just staying on the line, chopping it up, talking about how Brady is or ain't the GOAT and all this type stuff. And man, everybody's excited, man.
Facts.
Everybody's excited to get this thing going, man. We was all waiting on you, man. We was like, he the one started the phone call.
I know, man. You know what I'm saying? I was a little down, you know what I'm saying, from the bad weather down, or however you say that stuff, man. I was down bad just for that. I was asleep though. I had to get some rest, man. It wasn't looking too good for your boy, man. Out here, looking like I was fading away. You know what I'm saying? I was like Spider-Man in Endgame, man. Mr. Stark, that was me, man. I was on the couch, you know what I'm saying, out of commission. But nah, it's super exciting, man. Shout out to JD Oracle, man, for dubbing it the Pentapod. I think that's a super cool little tag that we got on there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited. Excuse me. Super excited, man. You know what I'm saying? We get to finally talk about football. This is the time that we all been waiting for. Last night, you know what I'm saying, we got a nice little taste of what's the call. I know y'all got to talking about Tom Brady, but everybody knows my sentiments, man. They know that I'm a Peyton Manning stan. I think Peyton Manning is the greatest quarterback to ever touch a football field. Anybody want to argue, they know where to find me at. But outside of that, man, I'm hey, listen, September 15th, man, we going in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I was gonna ask you how you doing, but I mean, you pretty much said it right there.
I'm feeling a tad bit better today.
That's what's up, man. That's great to hear, man. Like I spoke the last time we was on, because you was a little down then, and I was just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We all have our days, but we all bounce back. We all bounce back. That's the whole purpose of life, man. You know what I'm saying? You get knocked down and you bounce back, and to bounce back, wow, that's where it be at. That's where it be.
Hell
at,
yeah!
Man. I know all about bouncing back.
Oh, trust me, I know you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately for me, I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I ain't had to deal with the things you had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? You had to come back from a real injury. You know what I'm saying? I'm just coming back from a little head cold. But, hey, man, listen, this bad boy, I got nervous for a minute. I thought your boy had the vid, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't want to say nothing. I ain't want to say nothing, but
I was talking all that trash to everybody at work. But I thought the boy had it. I was like, oh, no. I was sitting on the couch. I was like, oh, no. I was like, man. I said, I can't go out like this. I said, not like this, Lord. This.
Man, it would have been all bad. All bad, man. So, this is the Friday episode.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? The segment that we got for this one, it's what we're watching, man. And
oh, yeah.
I got one. I got one for you.
Ready?
I got one for you. I'm
ready.
Let's get into it then.
Let's get into it then. What we watching? So, what we watching for anybody who is new to the pod, man, this is a segment we do each and every Friday to tell people something that we just caught up with or something that we've been watching for a long time we just haven't mentioned yet. It's pretty much just an extra chance for us to shout out some things that you know what I'm saying, we like to watch and you know what I'm saying, get people interested outside of the main focal point of our show. So man, what you got for us, bro?
Yo, been waiting for a minute. Finally got the second season of Wu-Tang: An American Saga. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
on Hulu, man. It's on Hulu. They gave us the first three episodes, and then they're gonna drop, one a week. So I got the first three episodes in, and now we've gotten to the point where they're revealing how they came up with their names. Not everybody.
Right.
Ghostface, they talk about how he got his. The people that came up with their names at this point is Raekwon. The last episode, the third one, Wizard told the reasons and how he came up with his name.
AKA Bobby Digital.
Yes, and there was a scene where they said, "Yo," they were talking to Dave. Dave East plays Method Man,
Right.
and like they was like in the hallway, and they were like, "Man, you did this, man. He really is the Method Man." And
Mm-hmm.
it was just like, then you can kind of see like, oh, this is where he came up with Method Man. So Old Dirty ain't got his name yet,
See, that's the
or
only reason I want to watch. I want to see how they do Old Dirty, man, because that's
well,
my favorite
it's
Wu Tang
played
clan.
by his son.
I did not know that. That's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So it's he's an interesting dude, but he
So
goes
I
through.
got a question.
Okay,
When they so have they start rapping yet?
see, this is the thing about the Wu Tang. Like, so in this second season, it started out with the Wizard. He's still going by Bobby, but like,
Right.
see, the season ended with Bobby and his mom, dad,
Mm-hmm.
and sister. They moved to Ohio because
Really?
yeah, because
That's dope.
Bobby quote unquote shot somebody,
Mm-hmm.
so they left to Ohio, and Ghostface went with him because Ghostface is dating his sister,
Oh, okay.
and then she ended up getting pregnant, and she had a baby in the second episode of the second season, and like so he's not really doing no music, you know, and so Ghostface ain't either. The only person that's really doing music at this point is Raekwon.
Oh, okay.
So
Shout out to the
Raekwon,
chef.
yeah, man, he was going by Shy, which
Mm-hmm.
is his name or whatever. So the only people that was and like Meth would like rap in the streets, but he wasn't really like recording anything or nothing like that. Um, like You God ain't rapping, Old Dirty ain't really rapping. But one thing that they did do before, let me see, I can't remember how many episodes it was. So let's say they did 10 episodes of first season. What he ended up doing was, you remember he came out as Prince Hakeem first,
Mm-hmm.
and he got signed to a label. The Wizard did, and
Mm-hmm.
so Wizard came out with that one song that I think he regrets doing because like he didn't even really like the song from the jump, but like they were just like you can get radio play, all this type shit. So he ended up doing the song, making a video for the song. He felt that it wasn't his character and all this type shit, so he just kind of did it for the label. What ended up happening is while he was still on the label, he brought all the people in and they all laid a verse down on this track. And it was one of his tracks, like where he had, he put a beat together and like they did their normal Wu Tang shit. One person go in the booth, come out, other person go in the booth, come out, all this type shit.
Yeah.
So while they was making that record, the music producer dude comes in and like, yo, the single ain't really moving. Sorry, we're gonna have to drop you. And
Mm-hmm.
so nothing was ever made of that record that he had everybody come in and spit on.
Oh,
So
okay.
the
Okay.
record never seen the light of day because he ended up getting dropped from the label. So it's like where they are right now, second season, third episode, Bobby has went back. Well, the Wizard went back to New York,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's linking back up with everybody.
Oh,
Trying to
okay.
get everybody together to tell him that he got this plan of the Wu-Tang Clan and just a whole bunch of us that we gonna form a group and super group and all this type shit. But
See,
Raekwon,
I'm interested though. I'm interested because you were saying how what I'm saying, like Dave East is playing Method Man, and Dave East is a real rapper. So
yeah,
my thing is, I want to know if he's actually imitating Method Man's style, because Method Man had a very distinct style.
yes, everybody is. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing that sucks is I hate the actor that's playing the Wizard because he's trying to
Mm-hmm.
sound and like talk with Wizard's cadence, and he
Right.
sounds kind of funny doing it.
Yeah, because everybody
And
can't do that.
yeah, and then the person who I've said this to you countless times, and I told you Raekwon is in my top 10,
Yeah.
and old dude is doing the same thing where he's trying to talk in the same cadence and rap the same way that he does.
Is it
That's
working?
one of the hardest persons to duplicate. Like you
Yeah.
cannot duplicate the chef, man.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job at it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just like, dude, like we talking Raekwon. He got one of the most
But see,
unique voices
that's what
out
I'm
there.
saying. That's why I'm interested to see whether Dave East can get this down, because in a lot of Method Man's tracks especially back in the day, he do that a lot of times where he catching his breath, and then I want to hear him hit the Takao a couple times too. So I'm interested to see how Dave East pull this off, because he's an actual rapper. So for him, I think it'll be a little bit easier, only because he knows how to do breath control, cadence, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm interested to see how he pull that off.
Now you also got to realize early you don't see a lot of meth.
Right.
Meth had a job. He used to work at the Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wasn't really in the streets like that. So you don't see a lot of Dave East. And like I say, he hasn't even really rapped like in a studio. But I think we're
Okay.
getting to that because, like I said, they're getting to the point where you're about to see the process of 36 Chambers. Like that's coming. Like I would say around like the fifth or sixth episode, we're gonna start seeing them actually coming in and doing making their steps towards 36 Chambers. But it's a good
Mm-hmm.
show, man. I'm invested. I've always been like Wu-Tang is in my top 3 of all time rap groups. So
Wow. Okay, that's pretty high.
yeah, man. I've always been a fan. But this is the thing, man. The Wu-Tang is the most monumental group ever, just in the fact of they is the first and probably the only, because I don't think nobody's done it because you don't really got groups no more.
Mm-hmm.
They had a record label as Wu-Tang and had them agree to say, we got our individual shit too, and they can sign with different rap labels and
Mm-hmm.
still be a part of the group. And still be signed to a label as a group, as a
Right.
collective, but then they can go off and do their own thing. Because I think Method Man was like the first one to go. He went to Def Jam
Mm-hmm.
as Method Man, but he still got a record deal in the
Yep.
group of Wu-Tang. It's like, come on, man. Like that's
That's
crazy.
fire.
That is crazy to think.
I think the only other person that did that out of a group, I think, was Q-Tip. Don't quote me on it, but I want to say Q-Tip did that same thing. I don't know if everybody else did in Tribe, but I think Q-Tip did that same thing.
Dude, that is wild, man. Yeah, I got
That's
Wu-Tang
fire.
pretty high, man. But I mean, come on, man.
I mean,
Outkast, man.
yeah, of course. Like, you want to know who slowly inching up towards like my top 3 groups?
Uh-oh.
The Migos.
Exclusive.
The
Dude,
Migos.
you remember I mentioned them. I mentioned them when we did that
Yes. Yeah.
locks did
Yeah.
some shit. Yeah.
Listen, the Migos, man. Listen. Before it's all said and done, they might be one of the greatest rap groups of all time.
Hey, they on a good path, man. They on a good
Yes.
path.
Yes.
And the chemistry is there. And that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that you can't, like in football. They said the it factor.
Yep.
You when you talking about cadence and a feel for each other, like they just got it. That chemistry, they just got it. I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's what
it's
that's
that they
the
related, they grew up
no,
together.
they related. They are related, but not only that, they've been together for so long. The fact that they, you know what I'm saying, it's just like we talked about with the Locks. They done been together for so long. They know how to, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if they can get their performances down, if they can add, you know what I'm saying, like actually get that performance how the Locks had theirs down, I think the Migos are easily cut into being one of the best rap groups of all time. To me, and I feel like that's just off of influence alone. But yeah, man, I am watching Night Stalker, The Hunt for a Serial Killer. It's about
Oh,
it's about the original Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, who basically had, you know what I'm saying, almost a year long stint in I think it was the mid excuse me, the mid 80s in California. And he was going around and he's killing people. So it's out on Netflix. Currently on episode 3. Make sure you guys go check it out. It's very interesting. If you've seen the documentary about the Cecil Hotel, that is also mentioned in this documentary. I believe he was also mentioned in the Cecil Hotel documentary as well. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things that if you're in the murder mystery, this is the perfect thing. This is one of the perfect things for you to check out. It was actually requested by the homegirl VJ. So shout out to VJ. She told me about it, and she pretty much got me hit. I did my Googles on it, checked it out. So I'm on episode 3 right now, and I ain't gonna lie, man, it's fire. Speaking of VJ, go check out the Murder V Rope Pod. If y'all into murder and murder mystery, crime, and all that, go check her pod out. Very dope. She has a lot of good stories on there.
yeah, I see she dropped H Holmes.
Yeah,
I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, but I definitely got it in the queue.
yeah. I started it, but I ain't finished it yet. But I'm definitely gonna finish it. She had one about I think it was the one before that. Let me go back and check. I had to pause it at work, man, because it was getting a little dark. I was like, oh my goodness. So I don't know if I'm be able to do this one with all these people around me. Um, which one was it? Oh yeah, the Robert Hansen episode, the Butcher Baker of Alaska. That got super dark. So yeah, y'all go check that out, man. If you're into murder mystery, if you're into crime and all that good stuff, go check out the Murder V Rope Pod.
Yes, sir, man. I
Yeah,
ain't
man.
mad at
So
it at all.
are you ready?
Man, let's do this, man. Let's do
Are you
this.
gonna be able to handle this, man?
Hey, what? I'm good. Are you good?
I
That's
don't know. I'm not gonna lie
that's
to
the
you. I'm
question.
excited.
I'm good. I'm just interested to see how you even gonna bring this in. I was waiting. I was like, yo, I want him to bring this in because I'm
Oh,
interested to
come
see where
on.
you gonna start.
Come on. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, this is whew, this is probably ain't not even probably. This is to me the finest woman out of the '90s movie era. She was probably the most one of the most mentioned actresses in hip hop. Matter of fact, she even got a song named after her in the 2000s. Shout out to Hurricane Chris. If you listen to the episode before, you already know who we're talking about. Helen from Cleveland, Ohio. Um, the the most beautiful woman to grace the screen, Halle Berry, man. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I couldn't wait for this episode, bro. This
Yo,
woman has not. This woman has not dropped off, not one bit.
55, my guy,
Listen,
and
not dropped off one bit. I don't know if she getting Botox or whatever, but whatever it is, it's working. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she don't look like she aged, man. She looked the exact same as she looked in Boomerang.
Dude, okay, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
We've seen a lot of different Halle Berrys, man.
Mhm.
I think Boomerang was my favorite. I don't know, man. It's like she just got that short hair. I don't know. It was just like
Yeah.
it fit. Like it fit like a glove, man. It fit like a glove. I
Okay.
think look, Halle Berry. So I got a comparison for you.
Mhm.
It's a different kind of comparison because Halle
Hold on.
Berry
You
is one.
said Boomerang was your favorite Halle Berry?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, man, the short hair got me. I don't know. I don't
Wait a
know
minute.
why.
Wait a minute. So you just gonna cross over the fact that she played Storm?
No, I love her Storm. You know,
That's the finest Halle
she,
Berry.
she was the first. Like, she's the one who started this platinum hair thing, man.
Facts.
She
Straight.
started it.
Listen,
People.
that she can shock me with any thunderbolt she got in the clouds, brother. She can put me in any twister she creates. She can freeze me with all the snow in the world. That woman was the one in X-Men. Man,
Yeah.
I still watch that movie.
No, no, no. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, no. Listen. First of all, like Halle Berry
And
just
she
been
had on
fun.
that leather suit.
I mean, she had the leather suit on the Catwoman too.
Yeah, Catwoman was corny though. Like if it wasn't for her, that would have been a corny movie.
I mean, it was a corny movie. Like
Nah,
Catwoman,
she made it. She leveled it up just a little bit.
she did. She did. The choices that they've been making for Catwoman have been interesting though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? To go from Michelle Pfeiffer,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to Halle Berry, and then you go to Anne Hathaway. Which I
Yeah.
mean, I ain't mad at them. I
Eartha
just
Kitt. Don't
remember,
forget about Eartha Kitt.
yeah,
Eartha
Arthur
Kitt did
Kidd,
it. Yeah, she did it before they all did.
yeah. So it's just been, it, I don't know, man. It's like I don't know, but anyway. So I was sitting here thinking about this shit today.
Go take it.
A lot of people don't know that Halle Berry is mixed, right? You know what I'm saying? White moms, black dad. But she's always carried herself as a black woman. But the thing is, Halle Berry looks like a black woman. But when you go to the opposite approach, when it's the other way around, because this is the whole little comparison thing that I was talking about. Because a lot of people don't know that she's mixed because she looked black. But
Yeah.
then you got on the other side, you got Mariah Carey, which
And
is
they don't even know
mixed.
she black.
They don't even know she black. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And she carries herself like a white woman. So I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about that shit today, and I was like, yo, like they are the same, but on a totally opposite spectrum. But
Yep.
Mariah Carey got a white dad. So
Mm-hmm.
typically, a lot of the times when the dad is white, the kid's usually a little on the lighter side. Most of the
Nah,
time,
that's not true at all.
I just say most of the time. I just say all the time.
Yeah, I better say yeah. Usually that ain't really true because I done seen some people with white daddies and you be like, wait a minute, you got a white daddy? Yeah, you be surprised.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, cause I mean, look, I got mixed kids, and one of them is a whole lot lighter than the other one, and but that one he took a lot of DNA from his mama. But the thing is, it's just like it's always been interesting to look at those two dynamics because both of them was coming up in their primes in the '90s, and they
Right.
both was on the opposite sides. And it was just interesting to watch both of them, and really even both of their careers.
Mm-hmm.
But this is about Halle Berry. So Halle Berry, to me, you know, to be in the Miss America pageant and not win, and I think she came in like second or third place
Mm-hmm.
in Miss America, but in the world she came in sixth place in 1986. So for her to come onto the scene as a quote unquote beauty queen,
Mm-hmm.
and to go into this acting thing, you already know what the thing is going to be. You're going to get roles because you're pretty, no, all this type shit.
Mm-hmm.
She literally turned herself into a legitimate actress early, to where you can't even say that she's getting these roles because she's pretty. She's getting these roles because she got talent.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. Like, for her to, because look, we talked about this before, like, not in depth, but like we talked about before, where the things that, especially women, that they have to go through to get these roles and to stay, prominent. And like, for instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Cameron Diaz retired?
No.
So she retired, but she was kind of forced in retirement. Because think about the type of actress that Cameron Diaz is. What
Mm-hmm.
kind of role can she play?
Mm. Uh.
See what I'm saying?
Well, to me, just knowing knowing her, yeah, her history and seeing the things that she's played before, um, she really got a nice little range. I mean, like, because if you think about it, if you go from Charlie's Angel to like The Mask, like those are two totally different characters, but she
But
played both of them.
yeah, but she played when you look at Cameron Diaz's career, she's mostly playing like a quirky kind of, dumb blonde that can fight sometimes, all this other shit like that. She don't really, you never really seen her play like a straight up mom in a movie.
Mm.
And see,
I don't, I'm not sure about that.
she's not
But,
really the mom type of actress type of person. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So I bring that up to say this. I bring that up because Holly Berry is so well versed, dude, for her to play a crackhead a couple of times, for her to play
Yeah.
a college student, for her to play an executive of a company, for her to play in BAPS, where she's like a straight up like
Mm-hmm.
comedian, like
Mm-hmm.
for her to play a psychiatrist, like she is all over the spectrum, dude. Where we seen her in so many different lights, and for her to be as fine as she is, for her to start where she started and to build a career to be a straight up serious actress,
Right.
I don't know no other risers like this, man.
I mean, because I mean, we really talking about just what I'm saying, like the range of everything. Like, don't forget, like speaking of Cameron Diaz, like she was in Gangs in New York. You know what I'm saying, which really wasn't a comedy. She was in Vanilla Sky. You know what I'm saying. She did Any Given Sunday. You know what I'm saying. Like she has those. She has those roles to where she can actually do something dramatic or actually be you know what I'm saying, like actually be serious. I think that she just goes more for the I think she goes more towards those comedy roles because it's 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 probably a lot more fun, but outside of that, like she fits, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what she really fits to me at least. Because she seems more comfortable in those roles. And like, you know what I'm saying, she's done voice actor work for Shrek, you know what I'm saying? So like she has those she has some type of range. You know what I'm saying? But with Halle Berry, I think what you're saying is for her to for her to do so many different for her to be in so many different genres. Like she's been in horror, she's been in action, she's been in, you know what I'm saying, superhero movies, she's been in drama, she's been in, you know what I'm saying, pretty much really everything. She's touched basically every genre at this point. Because she's been in the game since what, the late '80s, early '90s. So she has a very extensive catalog. Um, but like you said, for her to go from um being a crack addict in you know what I'm saying, in Jungle Fever, and then turning that around to doing Losing Isaiah, and then turning that around to doing Baps. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody expected her to come out with a movie like Baps, but you know what I'm saying? Like even in Baps, she kind of showed her range too, because it was comical, but they had those serious parts in there to where she really had to do some sort of acting. So no, I 100% agree with you when you saying that. You know what I'm saying? Her rise, especially the way she had to do it, is very unique. I don't really see anybody else really coming out of that either. Probably the closest I could think of would probably be like a I don't know, somebody else from that era, like a Nia Long, or um I don't, man. Um
Vanessa Williams, maybe.
nah, not really even Vanessa
But you know
Williams.
what? That's what she started though. Light skinned Vanessa Williams. She was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
a
She
beauty
was
pageant
she
person.
and she won.
Yeah, and she won. Yeah, she
Yeah,
should
but
have.
see, with her, her thing was different because she did music.
Yeah,
Then
she
on
did
top of
music
doing
too.
music, she was acting as well. So she had a plethora of things going on. I mean, just strictly like you saying, just straight, you know what I'm saying, coming from one area to going into another and like taking off like a rocket. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, her her range is so dynamic because it's like I'm saying, like what genre hasn't she touched? She did horror with Gothica. She's done thrillers with I forgot what's the one movie where she was on the phone as the
The Call.
yeah, the operator helping the little, I think
Yeah,
it was like the little girl or something like that.
yeah. The
Um
girl was in the trunk.
dude, she was in the Flintstones movie, the live action Flintstones movie, as the
Dude,
assistant.
dude, you want to talk about thrillers, dude? One of my favorite Halle Berry movies, dude. I don't know if you ever seen it. Perfect Stranger with Bruce Willis.
I think I seen some of it. Yeah.
That movie dope. That's
Yeah,
that's
but
a thriller.
that's what I'm saying. And then not only that, like just you know what I'm saying, like just imagine all of the stuff that she's, you know what I'm saying, like all of the stuff that she's done. So
Dude,
that
X
goes
Men. She
from
was Storm, man.
there we go. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, live action X-Men movie. Like, yo, she's done some work, bro. She's done some real live work.
One of my, as far as performance. Anytime there's a situation where you are, how do I put this? Because I want to say, I mean, technically she was playing two characters,
Mm-hmm.
um, Frankie and Alice.
Oh yeah.
Like for her to play that character, like I seen that movie late. Like it came out in 2010, but I didn't see it until like last year or something. Like I was just sitting around trying to find something to watch. And I think it was one of those situations where I think it was on Netflix. And like you know how Netflix will, when you have it on the movie, like it'll play like a little preview for it. And so I'm sitting there looking at the preview and I'm like, okay, this movie looks kind of alright. Let me see what this movie all about. So I click on it and I'm like, yo, like I slept on this. Like I never, it wasn't highly promoted. Like it wasn't really, I don't know. It was just one of those movies that was just really kind of under the radar. And so I watched it and I was like, yo, the script was good, but for someone to play a person with split personalities, Frankie was a black girl, Alice was a white girl, which I mean, she already lives in both of those worlds as is anyway. So I'm not going to say that that was the most difficult thing that she had to deal with because I mean, like I said earlier, she carries herself like a black woman. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But she also grew up with her mom, so you know what I'm saying. And I'm pretty sure she got black and white friends, so I don't think it was like the absolute most difficult thing for her to do is to play a black woman as Frankie and a white woman as Alice. Like I don't think it was, you know, so crazy to the point where it was unheard of. But I just thought that her performance in that it was slept on, man. You know, it's hard
Mm-hmm.
to play two characters, man. You know what I watched the other day? This is strictly ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I just
Right.
think it's a good movie. I've already seen it before, but I just watched it again. But I really love the actress in this movie. But I just watched What Happened to Monday for no reason. Like I just watched that shit just to watch it. And it's just like this motherfucker played 7 people. Like 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 I mean for somebody to do that, man, it's now don't get me wrong, like she had the same cadence in her voice and all that type of shit. So she didn't have to like change her voice for different characters and all of that type stuff. She just had to change basically their demeanors and all of that type shit. But I think that anytime an actor or an actress have to do something with like that just shows the range that somebody have and the range that she has, man, it is just so all over the place. And for her to, I mean, yo, like she was a straight up superhero. I was about to say hero.
Get it out. Get it out.
I was about to say hero. Yo, she played a straight up superhero. Yeah.
Boy,
Hey, hey, boy, you rubbing off on me.
that's a tough one,
But
ain't it?
hey, I'm telling you, hero. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, this woman got so much talent, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that now some people gonna take this as a slight, but I got a good comparison though. A lot of people say for you to be great at one thing, there's gonna be other things where you're not gonna be as great at. Where I'm going with this is Holly Berry has been married like 4 times,
Hey man,
and
listen. Never
but
go Eric Benet.
hey, let the baddest woman in the world get away.
You hear me?
Um, I'm now people that make jokes. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that today. People
Shout
know
out to
the
David
jokes.
Justice.
Yeah, shout out David Justice. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta Braves.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but you know the joke is, I mean, look, we gotta be honest on this podcast. The joke is that man, it's probably trash. We don't know this.
No, it can't be.
That's what I heard. I
It
mean,
can't be.
not that I
I
heard
know.
it,
I know.
but
Did you not see Billy Bob Thornton, bro? And
listen,
I know we vowed not to bring this up, but you seen Billy Bob Thornton, bro. He couldn't handle
we
it.
we did, but you got to remember around that time he was
Mm-hmm.
fucking with Angelina Jolie,
That
and
don't
this
mean
is
nothing.
when Angelina Jolie was. You remember when she used to
Nah,
have that orange
nah.
tip at
She
the
wasn't.
bottom of her head?
She wasn't Halle Berry though.
No, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean it that way. I mean it like Angelina Jolie was going through a period of her life where she was just like, you know what it was? It was like she did Girl Interrupted, and then like she turned into that girl. Like it was just weird. Like she just got like nutty.
Yeah.
Like you would see like crazy pictures of her. Like
Oh.
her hair was weird. She was with Billy Bob Thornton around
Hey,
that time.
listen, bro. They was like the savage couple, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That scene in Monster Ball, that
Mm-hmm.
looked like that's how him and Angelina Jolie had sex all the time. Like that's
Oh,
what it just looked like.
look. He was definitely on cocaine during that scene. Had to be.
Definitely
Had to be.
hardcore. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only way he was gonna be able to keep up with that.
That booger sugar. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Colombian. Colombian.
I mean, look, that's what the rumors was. I just think that now that I'm older, I just think that she was so great at her craft that maybe she just wasn't the best wife. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't even say the best wife because it's not like she was marrying niggas who was just like had regular 9 to 5s like us. She was marrying other famous niggas. So it's like, no, I think what happened was the niggas that she was married realized, nigga, I'm married to Halle Berry, and if she leave off, another nigga might get her.
Man, yo, it was like in the early 2000s, dude, like the things that was going around about Halle Berry, man. I mean, just the stuff that I was just hearing, like, and we talking about like before social media, like people were just making these assumptions that that she was trash, and it's just like, I don't know, man.
Well, that's crazy.
Fine,
like, how do you just assume because she had more than one or two husbands that she got trash boxed? Like,
man, I'm not saying. Hey, I didn't say I.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, just in general, like that was just the consensus. Like after we found out she'd been married four times, like, no. Usually when they get married 4 times, usually that's because they have great box. Obviously, something got them niggas to propose to her. She wasn't marrying them.
Hey, Halle Berry looked like I shouldn't be doing this. Halle Berry looked like if you just like laying in the bed and you just roll over and you look over there, you be like, "Yo, this is Halle Berry." Like,
bro, you gonna fall in love, bro. I'm telling you. Like if you roll over and see Halle Berry, bro, like sleeping, you gonna fall in love, bro.
Hey.
It's like looking at a baby deer. Like, bro, I swear, like your heart gonna melt. That's how fine she is, bro.
Hey, yo, this is crazy. Like, dude, the women in the 90s, dude.
Man, listen, that's the 90s has to be the greatest era in human history. I don't care what it is. Nothing beats the hip hop of the 90s. Nothing beats the movies of the 90s. Nothing beats the women of the 90s. Like the 90s has to be like even the women born in the 90s, they grew up to be bad. Like, nigga, I'm telling you, it's something about the 90s. I don't know what happened in the 90s. I don't know what alien came in the 90s, but the 90s was like the greatest 10-year period in human history.
Dude, oh man, crazy. We shouldn't be doing this. But okay, so Halle Berry. Now, since we there, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the good shit.
Yeah.
So she won her first Academy Award as Best Actress in Monsters Ball. Okay, not only that, what happened in 2001.
White man pop her to win an Oscar. Shout out to Jada Kidd.
See, I'm trying to be serious.
I am too, man. I just had to get that on my chest.
So she becomes the first and only woman of color to win that award. It's fucking crazy. Now,
yeah,
I'm gonna go. Now, I'm going down that road with you because I still feel away.
You know who also should have that award though? And I don't mean to cut you off, but Viola Davis, she should have been had that award, bro.
Yeah, she should have been had it.
She should have been had that award. But we ain't gonna run off into a tangent on that. I just gotta get that out there. Viola Davis should have been had that.
This is true. So I hate to keep saying this, man. Training Day. Don't get me wrong, man. It was a great performance. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But
he didn't show his ass in glory.
He won in glory. He won for best support. He wasn't the main actor though.
Don't matter. It don't matter. He should have got the main actor. Nobody gives a damn about Matthew Broderick. Nobody cares about Matthew Broderick, man. Morgan Freeman should have won then. Shit. Somebody else besides giving something to Matthew Broderick. Nobody care about Matthew Broderick.
I understand, but it's just like there's been so many iconic roles that he played. Yeah. It's like y'all gonna give it to him for this, and it's like even Halle Berry, dude.
He should have got it from Malcolm X too.
But you know the politics in that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it's like when you look at the main roles that she played, because there's some movies like some of her movies that are like my favorite movies, she wasn't like the main actress. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Now, granted, Monster Ball came out before Gothica, so I can't really say. But when you look at IMDb, like that was really like the first time. She was the main actress in Baps, but you ain't gonna win no award for no Baps.
She could have got one
So
for comedy. I think she did. I think they did a great job as far as like
no,
comedically. I think they did a great job in Bats.
yeah, like she's not gonna win Best Actress for Baps, man.
Oh no,
Like,
no,
come
no,
on,
not yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm just looking at it, and it's like there was really nothing before that where she would have won it. Like to me, as
Well,
the
wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let me see.
oh, okay, I'm lying. My bad. That's my mistake. That's not
Mhm.
Foster losing Isaiah. She showed her ass in that.
There we go. Yeah, I'm about to say. It had to be
She showed
something.
her ass. She showed her ass in losing Isaiah.
Mhm.
For her to play a crackhead who lost her
Yeah.
child, and then this white woman adopted the child, and she wanted her child
Mhm.
back, and the performance that she gave in that, tears
Mhm.
came instantly. You know what I'm saying? She didn't use no eye drops. I don't know this as a fact, but I'm just saying the tears came instantly, man.
Yeah.
That's another one of those movies, man. Slept on. Don't nobody really talk about it. It ain't really on nothing,
Mhm.
but like she killed that, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She killed that. But you know what I'm saying? She did my guy wrong in the program though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Darnell just trying to, you know what I'm saying, meet the parents, and then she
Yeah.
gonna sit there and, you know what I'm saying, ghost my man. That's messed up, man. You know?
Man, it
And
be
then
like
no,
that,
this is the
man.
thing. No, this is the thing though. This is what pissed me off about her. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So she showed him around the campus.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna get all close, and I think they even might have held hands for a little second there. Then he go in for the kiss, and then she's like, "Nah, I got a boyfriend. So why you been sitting here doing this with me all day?" You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you know how we all saw He Got Game, man. You know what they be on, man. They want you to
Yeah,
get acclimated. You know what I'm saying? Let you know what's the potential of being on the campus is.
but this is the thing though. The girl that's dating the running back,
Mm-hmm.
showing the freshman running back around town. Come on, man.
Cause the running back like, hey man, go show my man. You know what I'm saying? The campus, get him comfortable, let him know what could possibly be. You know what I mean? We need him here just in case.
Man, look.
This supposed to be my protege.
No, they was not fucking with each other at
Oh no,
all.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, not at all.
But yeah, she won it for that. So yeah, I think losing Isaiah, I think just the type of movie that it was, the budget that was probably given, I think that losing Isaiah wasn't like a box office hit.
Mm-mm.
So that's probably part of the reason. But the performance wise, she had the performance there. But
Yeah,
a lot of her greatest performances was really after she won that Oscar though.
yeah, man. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? We mentioned Catwoman, and I think Catwoman was an attempt to see if she could carry over from that Storm. Um her appearance at Storm. And maybe that's what they was kind of thinking. To me, one of my favorite movies, and I'm already telling you now because I know we got to do our top three. My favorite Halle Berry movie of all time is Introducing Dorothy Dandridge.
Okay.
That's always been my favorite Halle Berry movie. She showed her ass in it. Not only that, she actually helped people understand who Dorothy Dandridge was. So yeah, like her putting that on the map. It's an HBO joint too. So if y'all got HBO Max, y'all can still go check out Introducing Dorothy Dandridge. It's like she was like a how can I put it? What's the she was like a cabaret girl who ended up basically being turned into a star, a singer, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. They basically took her from showgirl to, you know what I'm saying, famous singer. Um, she had some ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? She dealt with some drugs and everything like that. But, you know what I'm saying, check her out, man. It's a very, very very important story in Black history. But when I first saw that movie, that's what really, you know what I'm saying, showed me how great Halle Berry was because you know what I'm saying she had to actually play a dramatic role. And me coming up, my only times really seeing Halle Berry was on the Flintstones movie and in Baps at the time. So you know what I'm saying going from that and then seeing her in X-Men and then you know what I'm saying then out of the blue, you know what I'm saying, here comes Swordfish. Just know, you know what I'm saying, I grew up with a great trail on Halle Berry. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, she has some great she has some great movies, and like you said, from the performances she's had after, you know what I'm saying, oh, which one did you say? Not Losing Isaiah. What's the one you? Oh, Monsters Ball. The performances she's had after Monsters Ball have really been like on point. So she was also a Bond girl. Let's not forget that.
Mm-hmm.
This is just how amazing she is. She was also a Bond girl. Um, she was in the Frankie Lyman story, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? So she was one of his wives in that. So you know what I'm saying? Like she's done a bunch of iconic roles. But to me, the most important one, the one that really set her above everybody else was Swordfish.
Yeah. I don't remember what the number was,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember it was
It was in the
something
millions.
like just for what 3 seconds
Yeah,
of the goods.
I think it was like I want to say it was 6 million or maybe 60 million.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, but I know it was in the millions. She got millions. Them $1 million boobies, bro.
But this is what people gotta understand though. You know what I'm saying? If there's people out there that's younger than us that's listening to this, this movie came out
Mm-hmm.
in 2001.
Yes.
There wasn't no OnlyFans,
Mm-mm.
wasn't no Instagram.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You had
Porn
to
sites
wait.
ain't
You
even
had
what
to.
they
No,
was.
listen. Let me tell you something. You had to wait for your shit to load up to watch something to see boobies.
That's what I'm
And if you
saying.
ain't, if you ain't had a bootleg cable, you definitely wasn't seeing none.
And it's like she was. I mean, right at this time, she was like the sexiest woman like in the world.
What
And it's just
life?
like
No,
it.
she
And you
was the
never,
sexiest woman in the
yeah,
world, bro.
and you never seen them. So it was
Exactly.
all this anticipation of like, cause see at the
Yes.
time there were like, dude, even when I go back and watch like
Mm-hmm.
these like old Friday the 13th and shit,
Mm-hmm.
like motherfuckers just showing their titties for no reason, like just
It's not the
dying.
same, bro. But it's not the
No, no, but what
same,
I'm
bro.
saying, no, what I'm saying is like, it ain't like motherfuckers wasn't showing them.
Yeah.
It's just she never did.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like Friday the 13th boobs ain't the same as Halle Berry boobs, and I'm gonna tell you why. Friday the 13th boobs, we don't know none of these chicks for real. We don't really. They don't have no mystique, no aura about them,
True.
right? The equivalent of Halle Berry's boobs at the time would have been like J Lo coming out in panties in the movie in the early 2000s.
I mean, this is
If we'd
true.
have got that in a movie, right? Not even fully, not even. I'm talking about just underwear. We'd have went crazy the same way, bro.
This is true. This is true. The whole thing about insurance on her ass and all of this shit.
Come
So,
on, man.
so it was like people was waiting to see her ass, and everybody was waiting to see Holly Berry's boobs. And
Uh-huh.
then you got to see him with a huge ass paycheck.
And let
And
me tell you
then,
something. They were not disappointing.
dude, that was the only reason I watched Swordfish.
Oh,
It
I
was
know.
like,
I still watch it to this day because of that.
it's like, yo, it's like I heard about it,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, oh shit. Okay, well I gotta watch it. Like,
Uh-huh. Yes.
like I gotta see this. And then when
Yes.
I saw it, it was like there was disappointment, but it was a little bit
Huh?
because it was like, okay, come on, man. It's like 3 seconds, man. It was like, yo, I need more. And this ain't
You
enough.
didn't know how to pause your VCR?
Man, it's not that I didn't know how to pause the VCR. But I'm just saying, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You don't always watch movies by yourself. It's like,
Shit.
I can't just.
Let me tell you something, man. I knew how to slow down. I knew how to slow down the play. I knew how to do all that shit, bro. Like, hey, let me tell you something. I seen them for way longer than 3 seconds. Just know that.
Hey, but you
That shit is
stupid.
burned in my memory.
This is true. I get it. I get it. But you know, when you look at her lineup, man, like,
Yeah.
I mean, she's only been in, as an actress, as numbers, 62.
Mm-hmm.
For her to be around as long as she have, it's not a
Yeah.
lot.
But can we just talk about her last two action joints though?
Oh, come on, man. You just really want to talk. Well, yeah, too, cause yeah, you're a Kingsman.
Come
But
on, man. Listen,
but I
John Wick 3 and the Kingsman joint. Now I know she ain't really get busy like that in the Kingsman joint. She was just, you know what I'm saying, kind of like a kind of like the tech lady or whatever. But I think she still held it down, especially like replacing the one dude. Excuse me. Especially replacing the one dude after he blew up. And then we turn around from that, right? And then go into John Wick 3. Mind you, she's 50 something years old, bro.
55.
John Wick 3, she is getting busy. The only other woman I've seen do this is Angela Bassett, and she like what, 60, mid 60s,
Yeah.
probably almost 70. And she did that in Atomic Milkshake or whatever that movie is called. Like,
Atomic
what is that shit
milkshake
called?
gunpowder,
There you go. Yeah, whatever it's called.
man.
It's like it was like Atomic Blonde and Milkshake Gunpowder mixed up. Atomic Milkshake. She was in that, and she was doing her thing in the fight scene. When they was in the bar, like she was getting busy. So for me to see somebody that, you know what I'm saying, and I know, you know what I'm saying, they keep themselves in shape, you know what I'm saying, they're used to doing this kind of thing, but to see Halle Berry at the age of 50, 54, 55, whatever, and her actually getting out there and doing the stuff she did, taking the action roles and everything else, like that was impressive.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Listen, man. She is, man. She falls in this category where it's like she's kind of in a class by herself because when you look at
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
woman like Viola Davis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Viola Davis is in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
In a good way. She's like the drama queen. What I mean by drama queen is you put her in a drama like field role, like she's killing that shit. Even the 5 minutes she had in Anquan Fisher, like she
Yeah.
killed that shit. So she's like the drama person that you're gonna get like the best performance out of her, and it's like when you think about Holly Berry, I mean, man, she was in DC movies, she was in thrillers, she was in horrors, she was in comedies, and it's like, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, man, she's fine as hell, and it's like, I don't know, man. It's just like she's in this class where I don't think there's a lot of other people in there with her, man. You know the only person,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know the only person that and it just popped up in my head, and we did a appreciation on her as well. The only other person that I think is similar in a way is Charlize Theron.
Mm. Actually, you know what? That is a great point. Only because, yeah, that range. No, really, that range. She's been in hella action movies. Um, Still doing action movies to this day. She's been in a bunch of serious joints. I want to say she's probably done maybe one or two comedic joints.
She
Like,
did
yeah.
that one with not grown ups, role model. I think it was was it role model?
She didn't do role models.
It was shit, what was that movie? Where she didn't have her shit together and she had to move back to her old what when she went to high school and shit.
Oh, I
Grown
know exactly what you're talking about. It wasn't grown ups. Um, it was growing up something. Hold on.
yeah, it was growing up something. It was something in that way, and like that shit was funny. Like she ended up killing that shit. That's the only
Yeah.
person that I can think, and she's the old guard. She's still kicking
Yep.
ass,
Yeah. Literally.
and I haven't seen it yet, but I don't know how much ass she's really kicking. As far as the Fast and the Furious joints that she's in, I haven't seen 9 yet, but in 8, she's perceived to be this badass, but you don't really see her really fight
Right.
anybody or anything. But that's the only other person that I could think of that has a similar career.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, Aeon Flex, she's you know what I'm saying. That's her Catwoman. You know what
Oh,
I'm
big
saying.
time. Big
So
time. Big time.
so it's not a lot of women in that class.
Right.
So Halle Berry's a whole legend out here, man. Whole
I
beauty
mean,
queen legend out here.
100%, bro. And then not only that, man, like, for her to still be at it, you know what I'm saying? She got herself into producing and executive producing. You know what I'm saying? They brought out the Boomerang TV show on BET. She's an executive producer in that. And she was really one of the main reasons that a lot of people ended up getting into it because, you know what I'm saying, she decided to join in and jump in on that bandwagon. And I think, you know what I'm saying, that's dope for her to do because, you know, she's been in the game so long, you know, she can definitely help a lot of the young talent, you know what I'm saying, grow. She can definitely help them, you know what I'm saying, with some of the issues that they're going to have as young talent. So to see her in that, you know what I'm saying, in that lane, I think that's very, very dope.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So we don't do fire. I mean, we can do a fire flame alert, but
Oh, no, see, come on, man. It's a 10 out of 5. What are we talking about? What are we
but
talking about?
but on appreciations, we do our top three, which is it's kind of difficult to do with her because like some of the movies, like there's some that where she just wasn't the main character that I love, like for instance, like one of my a movie that's high to me, but she didn't have a huge role in it. She actually died like 15, 20 minutes into the movie.
Hmm.
But The Last Boy Scout was fucking good. It was a good
Okay.
movie, but she just wasn't in it long. But so we gonna do a top three Halle Berry movies.
Yes, sir.
Very interested to see what your top three is gonna be. Because you be all over the spectrum, man.
Oh, yeah, big
I
time.
I get mine real quick, man. I mean, obviously in no order. Obviously, Gothica. I mean,
Hmm.
Gothica. We done Gothica, and that movie is just, oh man, Gothica is a whole legend out here that
Hmm.
people just sleep on. Um, for me, for me, Perfect Stranger, man.
Okay.
That movie, man, was just another one that was just slept on. Um, and my final movie, man. Oh man, I gotta go Boomerang, man. Gotta go Boomerang.
Nice.
Gotta
Nice.
go Boomerang.
Nice. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. For me, it's gonna be well, I already told y'all I've ripped introducing Dorothy Dandridge. That's my favorite Halle Berry movie. I think she did a hell of a job in that movie. Um, and she helped bring Dorothy Dandridge's story to light. At the time, a lot of people didn't know about Dorothy Dandridge, and the fact that you can still go watch it now, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to learn. X-Men, of course, you know what I'm saying? I loved her as Storm. The first time we actually seen a black woman actually get the chance to play a superhero, um, outside of Pam Grier in the 70s. and she really wasn't like a superhero. She was more like a crime fighter. So that, and then last but not least, man, Swordfish. Come on now. I don't
Man,
even
this
got to tell you
guy.
the reason for that. Yeah, everybody know the reason for that.
Man, come on, man. We talking about acting, man. We talking about acting.
She was
Nah.
acting. She was acting out. Come on now.
Oh man. Yo, okay, right. We probably should have talked about this in pre-production.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all bear with us. As far as the coming soon, man, I don't know, man. Because of what we was talking about when we was texting earlier today when we was
Yeah.
at work,
Yeah.
could be some changes. So
Yeah.
I mean, should we just go ahead and hold off on the coming soon? Because
Um,
I think it's gonna be different from what we got down.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think we can wait. I think we could push those back. Depending on how we plan it out this weekend. So there will be no coming soon trailer this week. I'm sorry, this Friday. Unfortunately, we talked like you said. We talked offline. And in pre-production, we kind of had a little bit about it, but we really didn't discuss too much. But two new movies just dropped this weekend. We definitely got to get to them only because they are pretty much anticipated. We've been talking about them for like the last 2-3 weeks. So we're gonna check them out. We're gonna discuss it Tuesday. It's gonna be like a surprise for y'all.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Give them a little surprise.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So man, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be what it is for right now. Um, just tune in Tuesday to see what we doing. It's gonna be well. You ain't gotta really tune in because y'all gonna read the title anyway. But you know what I'm saying? It ain't really gonna be too much of a surprise. But yeah, I mean, once you download it and see, you know what I'm saying, you'll be surprised there. But yeah, so no coming soon this week. Um, yeah, man. Just thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. We greatly appreciate it. Shout out to our guys, JD Oracle. Shout out to Seed. Shout out to E Carter, our co-host on the 4-3 pod, coming to you September 15th. Do not miss out. Um, what else? Shout out to everybody that's been supporting us this long. We greatly appreciate it. Um, you know what I'm saying? Your support does not go unnoticed. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram at View9Pod and Twitter at View9Pod. It's the same. It's all one word. Make sure you follow us. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you show us some love. Retweet, repost, all that good stuff. Put our post in your stories, all that. Also, follow me on, Facebook, VA Pod Watch Group. Don't let me forget that. VA Pod Watch Group on Facebook. If you use Facebook, you can join up there too. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, to follow me on Twitter at Scoots Brunson. You can follow me on Instagram as well at Scoots Brunson _TV. You can also follow me on my other podcast, 15 Minutes of Fame. Um, make sure you go to ovop.storeenvy.com. Buy some t-shirts, man. I got some brand new t-shirts I just put up. So go support that as well. And that's all I got, bro.
Yes, sir. You can follow me at s.foster8. That's on Instagram and Twitter. Um, at 28 minutes or less pod on Instagram. 28 minutes or less on Facebook. Also, please go follow. Let me see. So Instagram is 43_pod. That's the new podcast that we got coming out Wednesday, September the 15th.
Yes,
And
sir.
it's at official. What is it? At official 43
Yeah, it's
pod?
official 43 pod. Yep.
Yeah, at official 43 pod. Go check that out. Go pre-subscribe, man, so you can get that alert when that podcast for the audio to finally come out. So please go follow us there, man. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have so much fun on this podcast. It's highly anticipated, man.
Yeah.
At least for us, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, definitely. And stay tuned. I appreciate everybody's support. I had an idea for the 28 minutes or less. The timing might not work, but I still got an idea for it. So just be on the lookout, man, for something to pop up on there. So I got something in mind. So just be on the lookout.
Yeah, man. Once again, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. Like we said, make sure you guys go follow the socials. Make sure you go pre-subscribe to the 4-3 Pod, especially if you love football. Ladies, if you don't like football, but you want to be able to be, you know what I'm saying, listening to what your husband say or your man say, and you know what I'm saying, you want to be able to talk with him and hang out with him. This is the perfect pod to listen to. Perfect pod to find out all kind of information and surprise your man with, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? He might end up getting you that Birkin because you know something about football. And with that being said, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.